Hey YouTubers, Redneck Brian here. This video is again for Mr. Redneck Josh, the new owner of the go-kart lawnmower, the probably new owner of the go-kart lawnmower. I just wanted to show you the condition of the dry belt in the underside. As you can see, this is the dry belt right here. It is in really bad shape. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it from the video or not, it's on a bit of an angle. I want to show you what you can do. There's actually on the transmission, got it down here where I don't get too muddy, there's a double pulley, as you can see. So to prevent this belt from being on an angle, you can drop it down to that lower pulley, and then it gives you a better gear ratio for the rear end. That pulley will not come off. Someone welded it on there. So it could probably come off, but it would take a bit of work. But it's no point taking it off. And yeah, and then there's an idler pulley right there, and just modify that. Just like drop it down a bit to modify it. But it's easy to modify. And then you'd have a pretty much straight shot. And then the clutch will work properly if you do that and replace that belt. And then what you can do down the road, like I told you in the email, to get more speed, even cut this pulley. Just cut this, and I will include a pulley blank. I'll show you. That just dropped, knocked out my board. I'll include you this pulley blank, and you can get that welded on there. So get that welded on there, and it will give you a much better gear ratio. Give me a second, I'm going to lift this back up. There. So anyways, I'll include that pulley blank. So what you got to do is with that, so you get more speed, you got to have a larger pulley on the engine, small pulley on the tranny. So the tranny has two pulleys on it. So all you just do is you choose find it again, the smaller side. Just use that smaller side there, and that's all you really have to do to get more speed out of this. And then adjust the clutch pulley. That's pretty much it. And then you'd be able to use this engine. You'd be able to use this engine without any difficulties, and it'll be fine. So I just wanted to show you that. And the steering's pretty good on it lately. The steering is welded. It's a change steering, but heck, you're getting a really good deal on this. So even upgrade it in the future when you get some money. Play around with it. Even say if you find a junk go-kart with a good front end or a good back end, play around with it a bit. And this thing is pretty much street legal, because it has a mower on it. As long as you're not doing anything too crazy with it, it is street legal. At least it is here in Canada. So also I would recommend, if you are going to be driving out on the road, get a slow moving vehicle permit on it. It's a triangle. And yeah, but obviously it will never cut grass again because it has the big tires on it. And it would take quite a bit of work to take these big tires off of it. So yeah, and like I told you before, if you do get some welding done on this, just get these spindles re-welded, and it'd strengthen it up quite a bit. There's a spindle in here. It is welded, but it's just MIG welded. So if you can get those TIG welded or stick welded, that would be a lot better. So they are holding up, but yeah, that's pretty much it. It's fun. I have driven it, but last time I drove it, that's right when the belt went. So that's right when the belt went, and it was starting to get cold out. So I figured I'm not going to drive it anymore. I parked it in here, in what used to be my old enclosure. This is my new enclosure. So yeah, it's a fun machine. Obviously it's a 4-speed. It's a 3 ahead, 1 back, neutral and reverse. That's one thing that's nice about this. because it is technically a lawnmower still, it has a reverse. So if you want to back out of somewhere, you can back out. And I just want to show you the pedal drive situation. This is the pedal drive right here. Basically just tightens up the belt. But to roll it even, you got to have that pedal completely in, or else the transmission will not roll. So basically when that pedal's out, when this is out like that, right there, the brakes are on. Brakes are on. So if I tried to roll it right now, it's not going to roll. So you gotta have that in, and I can roll it myself. I'm pretty big and strong, but it might take you 2 people. I don't know. So it's not that hard to move, and especially with the bigger tires. It was a lot harder to move with the small tires. With these big tires, it's pretty easy. And these tires are in decent shape. Like if I was a jerk, I'd take these tires off and I'd put a crappier set on, but I'm not a jerk, so I'm gonna leave these tires on there. These tires don't even think there's any cracks in them. There are a couple cracks in the center of the tread, but not too bad. So I wouldn't really recommend going much bigger on tires either. And this here is the old battery box from whenever it was still a lawnmower, when I first put this engine in it. And obviously you got the new battery box up here, but if you can, who knows, like even make some sort of bracket about the transmission and put the battery in there next to the gas tank. That would be a better spot. But yeah, I just never got around to it, so no need to get around to it now. So, and that gas tank there is obviously being taken off because I need it for my industrial fan, wherever it is. It's in this pile. There it is right there. It's in here somewhere, my industrial leaf blower. So that's its gas tank. I borrowed it for this temporarily, so there it is. Yeah, even though its engine's probably not going on it. So that's pretty much it. That's all. Also, one more thing, there is a charging system. So if you do have a good battery, this will charge the battery, and you can actually put a headlight on this. There's a secondary wire. Whenever you get here to pick this up, I'll show you the second wire. And it's got to run on a negative, either from a ground off the frame or right from the battery, straight up to the front. I was actually just going to put a light on the front of it, but obviously never got around to it. So I'm going to work on this. I got to replace the solenoid. I told you I would, so at least it will crank over by itself, not by the key. You won't have to jump it. So I'm going to work on that right now. And that's pretty much it. So enjoy. Hopefully I'll see you soon. As soon as you get the money up, and that's pretty much it. Also, one other plan I had for this at one time was actually going to build a roll cage on it. But for my size, the roll cage would not have been big enough. But for you, you might actually be able to put a roll cage on this and still fit into it. Basically, what you have to do is come off this back bar here, come up over your head, and down towards the front. But you have to reinforce it from here to here on both sides. You have to reinforce this bar down to the bottom on both sides just to give it a little more strength. And then you could put a full cage on this, and then it would be really fun with a full cage, because then you could put anything to it and it would go relatively quick. And if you roll, you're going to be relatively safe. So, and like I said in a previous video, I had plans of putting that Tecumseh on here, that 9-horse, but yeah, you could even do that in the future, like to put a different motor on here, put a go-kart motor on here, go-kart rear end in this, and keep the mower deck, because the mower deck keeps you legal. So, and that would be fun like that too. So there's endless possibilities that you can do with this machine. I'll do another video when I get to crank over. I gotta find the solenoid. I know I have one. It's just a matter of replacing it. It's kind of cold out here today, but I'll do it anyways. I gotta get it done because it's supposed to be even colder all next week, and I don't know when you're coming down to get this. So best to get it done now and get it over with. So I'll talk to you all later. Keep it redneck, and everyone please subscribe and comment. Bye for now.